back so soon.
Oh, you're talking to me.
I'm not in the habit of talking to myself, you buffoon. Did you get rid of them?
Yes. No. Well, I had this plan, and I thought...
You thought? You thought? I do the thinking around here, you slug-brained idiot. I simply needed you to eliminate those two nuisances before they could cause any real trouble.
But I wanted to...
Do you still want to be the highly paid spokesman for my planet?
Yeah?
Then the next time I send you to do a job, I want results! Now get out of my sight!
A shiny new ship stolen from a traitorous Captain Quark. And the corporate scum that is Drek has led us to planet Batalia. As Ratchet & Clank land, let's begin this new episode of Ratchet & Clank ASMR.
Add attention, you deserting maggot! The next time you soldiers try to go AWOL, I'll shoot you myself!
Look, I just want to...
Zip it, worm! You see those bombers? If you don't get to the turrets and knock those ships out of the sky, this whole planet's gonna be rubble! Meet me at the city entrance!
He needs our help.
Yeah? Why don't you go help him? Into another trap. Well, go on. Go fight some evil.
At least I'm not a coward.
Whatever. As soon as I find Quark, I'm selling you for scrap.
And welcome, my friends, to Ratchet & Clank ASMR. In the previous episode, Clank was unfortunately a little bit naive and couldn't sense something was off, leading him to lead Ratchet and himself into a trap sprung by Captain Quark, who is a false hero secretly working for the evil, dare I say nefarious, Supreme Executive Chairman Drek. So now, we're on planet Batalia to help this lone commando. Poor guy. Might be rough around the edges, but his entire battalion abandoned him, so he's been fighting a war alone. Hence, we need Ratchet and Clank, through gritted teeth, to work together. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to get some extra firepower. We're gonna go back to a previous planet to pick something up, and I'll update you what else has been going on in the world of Ratchet and Clank. Unfortunately, Ratchet is a reckless hero, but he took the betrayal of Captain Quark quite badly, and he's taking it out on Clank. But Clank is right. It's about more than Captain Quark. It's about Chairman Drek taking over the galaxy. So we need to stop him. Whether Ratchet likes it or not, he has to put this aside. Maybe he'll see the error of his ways. Now, we have flown back to planet Iridia. The reason being, we're going to visit Skid McMarx's agent, who said he would give us something cool if we won the hoverboard races. It's something that will be rather useful for planet Batalia, so let's go back and get it.
Fantastic! You got it! Great work, kid.
So, are you gonna represent me?
You bet, kid. And as a signing bonus, I've got this.
Cool helmet.
That is a sonic summoner. It is used to attract sand mice.
Right, and it's all yours. Well, I'm off to finalize the paperwork. I'll have my people call your people.
Do you have people?
The sonic summoner allows you to interact with the mysterious and intelligent sand mice species. Despite their innocent appearance, sand mice are very effective and aggressive hunters. Simply equip the sonic summoner when you are near a sand mouse house, and a mouse will emerge to greet you. If the mouse likes you, it may offer a bit of high-caliber tactical assistance.
So, we got this item, the Sonic Summoner, from Skid's agent. Now, if you see these little dials here, it's a sand mouse house. If we wear the Sonic Summoner nearby, it summons a sand mouse. And its little UFO. Don't underestimate its size, though. These things are extremely efficient at taking out enemies. And you don't have to do anything. You just have to find a sand mouse house, wear the sonic summoner, and it'll follow you around for a little while. This will come in useful in certain stages, but particularly Planet Batalia. And it's a free item, so we might as well go back and get it. We need all the firepower we can get. Very efficient, very accurate, and powerful. Not every single stage has a sand mouse house, but if we find one, we'll take full advantage. As you can see, they follow you around for quite a while. Look how accurate they are. And it saves you all this ammunition. And eventually disappears. But not to worry, you can summon your sand mouse buddy anytime you're near a sand mouse house. So if you can be bothered going all the way back, you can summon them. It's a nice little feature of this game. Now, let's go back to this borrowed Captain Quark ship. Let's fly back to Planet Batalia now. If we're helping someone who's fighting a war in his own, we need backup as well. The sand mouse might not look like much, but they pack a lot of firepower. So we're bringing it with us and getting ready to go to war. Let's get back on this planet and sort things out. Shows you the devastation that Chairman Drac is bringing upon the planets. Alright. Let's check out Gadgetron Vendor. There's a new weapon. The Gadgetron Devastator. Launch guided missiles at the bad guys. We're going to need the Gadgetron Devastator. Huzzah! The Gadgetron Devastator launches rockets. Now the thing is, this weapon is extremely powerful, but its ammunition is very expensive. So we're going to reserve the Devastator for the most powerful of enemies. We're only going to use this weapon when we need it, but trust me, we will need it. We've got a mix. We've got the Bomb Glove, Pyrocida, Blaster, Mind Glove, Taunter, Glove of Doom, and the Hydro Displacer. We'll do a little bit of a rotation here with my gadget menu, just to make sure we go through everything. Alright, let's equip our Sonic Summoner as well. Now, let's have a look around. Smaller enemies. Use the blaster. Now I'm going to show you this. Lots of enemies nearby. It's a war zone. Hidden around this area. It's a camouflaged enemy. Nicely disguised. But there's a sand mouse house. As soon as the sand mouse locates an enemy, it instantly obliterates it. Its weapon is very powerful and accurate, and we don't even need to do anything. Combine that with our own weaponry, we make quite the tag team. It's a shame it's not called a sand rat, because then you'd understand why it's called Ratchet Clank. Now, around this area, the sand mouse is making quick work of these enemies. Definitely worth backtracking for. And it's something you need to do in the main quest anyways. You have to get the hoverboard races complete. Now we're going to backtrack a little bit. The sand mouse is away for now, but not to worry, we can always just backtrack really quick and summon them again. The main thing is, we can respawn the sand mouse, but the enemies we destroy won't respawn. Ain't that a neat little trick? This makes this level, which can be a bit problematic, a lot easier. And it all stems from this innocent-looking little aerial in the ground. The sand mouse seems to like us. That's good. Now check that out. Ain't that efficient? Even camouflaged enemies are instantly taken down by the sand mouse. Even gives us covering fire while we're operating this wrench. Thanks, buddy. Okay, continuing onwards. A tank. We'll have to finish the rest of the job ourselves. But the Gadgetron Devastator makes very quick work of this. A few shots and even a heavily armored tank goes down. Okay, let's go on without the Sonic Summoner now. We've got our usage out of it. We could go back, but let's go through the area naturally now. We've got enough firepower to carry us through. The great thing about the Sonic Summoner is it just helps you save all this ammunition you would have spent fighting those other enemies. Especially for something you get for free. Now, around this little hidden area here, let's do a little bit of platforming around here. And we will discover... Huzzah! A gold bolt. Excellent. Gold bolt acquired. And a little bit of ammunition and some regular bolts. Always a welcome addition. Okay, gather my thoughts. Flex my hand a little bit. Just a moment. Okay. Preparing for war. Right. Let's do this. If you look at all this destruction that Chairman Drek is causing, how much of this is truly to create a new planet for his people? He's not just extracting parts of planets, he's just destroying them outright. Chairman Drek needs to be stopped. Of course, Ratchet may not immediately start as a hero. He may have flaws. He may be a little self-obsessed in his revenge for Captain Quark's betrayal. But perhaps he's a good guy deep down. He's just letting his negative emotions take control. Hopefully he sees the way with Clank. I see a true hero in the making. Now, let's enter the battlefield and liberate this planet. The good thing about the Gadgetron Devastator, well, I can use it on heavily armored objects, such as this tank. It's also extremely useful against infantry, so it can pretty much one-hit kill regular enemies, but that's the trade-off for the ammunition being rare and expensive. Just switch around some of my gadgets. Put the Mind Glove out here. Enemies in camouflage. So if enemies come nearby, just keeping myself protected. Laying down a single mine in case one of those enemies got close. They're in those bushes. A good ambush. didn't even mean to do that pun there. Oh, they're in the bushes. Time for an ambush. Yep, I can't write this stuff. You know, this incredible off-the-cuff commentary that's like 5 stars. Anyways, let's not burn any bridges and cross this bridge. Okay, give it a rest. We're in a war zone after all. Continuing onwards. This commando said meet us at the city gate. And there he is. Tough guy.
Blasted thing, it won't budge. I've tried everything I know short of nuclear weaponry. No, never mind.
Well, you tried. See ya.
Not so fast, soldier. You're going into that compound even if I have to throw you. Aha! That ventilation shaft leads to the turret platform. Soldier, find a way to use that shaft to infiltrate the compound undetected. You've shown bravery by making it this far, soldier. And for that, I reward you. I intercepted this communique that you might find useful. Take it. I'm off to find my battalion.
At ease, soldier.
Hello once again, fellow blog. I hope this message finds you well. As many of you know, our home planet is no longer habitable. We've abandoned our factories, our laboratories, and our happy lives because of the encroaching pollution, leaving much behind. Fortunately, the nearby planets will supply us with all we need to create our new home, which is nearing completion. Once our scientists locate the ideal orbit, our new world will be perfect. So reserve your space now. Prime locations are filling up fast. Good day.
Now do you understand why we must stop him? He won't rest until he has destroyed every planet in the galaxy.
Yeah? Well, I got bigger fish to fry.
Bigger than the galaxy?
Well, different fish anyway. Look, didn't that commando guy say we could get into that compound?
Yes, by using the ventilation shaft. But we will need something special to walk on that.
Fine, let's get going then. We'll come back later.
You will need a pair of Gadgetron Magna boots to traverse this ventilation shaft. Unfortunately, our scanners do not detect any Magna boots.
Oh well, thanks for that help desk girl. At least it lets us know. The help desk girl will let us know when a gadget we need isn't on the planet. So that's useful. Saves us looking around in vain. We'll get into this compound later. Still, Chairman Drek's little commercial for the new planet. It reveals the planet Orxon, the original homeworld of the blog. Let's give it a visit. Once we go trespassing with the trespasser. See what's inside of here. Quite a difficult lock. We can crack through anything. It's gonna take a little bit longer to pull this off. Let's see. Rotate. Lots of barriers. A few layers beyond here. Rotate, left, right. Come on. So if I move this here, that's not blocking that way. And then we move that out of the way. Just in thought here, just be a moment. So one of these lights is blocking the rest. I think we got it. If we rotate this around. One more. That's it! Huzzah! Check this out. No gold bolts in here, but a huge stash of regular bolts. This will make up for the bolts we spent to get the Gadgetron Devastator. With a little bit extra effort, unlocking the door. Nice. We spent 10,000 bolts on the Devastator, so we're making back our cash pretty quickly. Now, check this out. See something up above there? Just like the very first level, we have a wall jump section, hiding a gold bolt. Nicely done. Acquired a gold bolt. Alright. Hippity, hoppity, gold bolts are now my property. Now up over here. Can we make this jump? Oh yeah, we can. I wasn't expecting that, to be honest. So a little bit extra loot. In case some enemies come nearby. Ah, this is where they've been spawning from. Okay, we got all the bolts we need. Let's come back here later. So, now, thanks to Chairman Drax's commercial, he revealed the location of the original home of the blog, Planet Orxon. Now, I've got quite a background with Planet Orxon. When I played Ratchet Clank, for non-ASMR purposes, I was a kid at the time just enjoying this game. Planet Orxon was kind of simultaneously my least favorite level in the game, but also somehow my favorite level in the game, and I couldn't understand why, because it brought a lot of suffering to me. But you'll find out when we get there. Now, as an adult, I really appreciate the design of this newest planet we will visit. As I mop up and get the last bits of cash from this level, we'll go through this grind boot section when we return. Let's go to Planet Orxon first. You see, Planet Orxon, as we enter the ship, I'd say Planet Orxon's the most difficult planet in the entirety of Ratchet & Clank. Don't know about the series, but it's definitely the most difficult level in this game. So let's go visit the blog's home world and see what happened to it, and see if we can find any useful technology. Perhaps a pair of magna boots. We'll see. Off in Captain Quark's ship to Planet Orxon. And I'd like to ramble about this world, how significant it is. It's perhaps the most significant world in the entire game. Big green planet. Ratchet can't breathe. Only Clank can make his way out of the ship. Warning, O2 mask required for organic life forms. Drac wasn't kidding when he said this planet is uninhabitable. Even the blog can't live in this place. It's so heavily polluted and destroyed. They've just completely abandoned their technology. Now, Planet Orxon is, to me, easily the most difficult level in the entirety of this game. Hence why I kind of hated it as a kid. I always dreaded having to get to this level. Because lots of enemies that can deal lots of damage, and you have to play this section as Clank. But now as an adult, I appreciate the design.
Gadgebots can't climb, but you can use your enter command to send them into the box.
I appreciate the design of Planet Orxon, because this planet is important at telling a story. It shows you what happens when Chairman Drac gets his way. This was the blog's home planet, and look at it. Polluted beyond salvation. And he wants to create a new planet. But what did that mean for the planet that we're on right now? So, not only does this planet have a unique backdrop, we're going to have to come here as Clank and Ratchet separately. So we have to use Clank's intellect and the Gadgetbots to clear a path. And the level itself tells a story. What could happen to the planet if we don't take care of it? Let's not end up like Chairman Drac's vision for the galaxy. Also, just a cool design. It's a cool design for a planet because it's so different from the rest of the galaxy. Also the soundtrack. This eerie music. And it's a long gameplay section we have to play as Clank. Lots of these enemies are very devastating in terms of damage. You have to use all the gadget bots and all their functions to survive. Clank can only do so much on his own, but by combining the powers of all of his gadgetbot buddies, we can make it through here. Perhaps we can salvage some abandoned technology the blog left behind. A fallen planet. Very different in atmosphere. Quite literally different in atmosphere. Ratchet can't even breathe on this planet. Perhaps down the line we shall find an O2 mask so Ratchet can breathe and explore this place. The door is open. The gadget bots can't jump over here, so Clank needs to go over. Use the explosive crate. Grab some loot. Hold the door open for our friends. Alright, buddy. Another gadget bot. Now we're going to make them wait. Hold this door open, and we do the same. All about logical thinking here. And the more gadget bots we assemble, the more deadly our fighting force will become. Strength in numbers. Another gadget bot. Lovely. Slowly building up a small army. Be back in a moment, buddy. Many explosive crates. A chain reaction. Clank's quite the demolition man. Alright, friends. Let's go. Let's open this door. We need 6 Gadgetbots, and that's exactly what we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. There we go. Missed a number there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's it. Hey, those are what I think they are. Yep, they are.
These Magnaboots are a device designed for climbing special metal surfaces. However, your feet appear to be too small to equip them.
Thanks, Help Desk Girl. So we found the Magnaboots, so we can go back to planet Batalia and liberate it. But let's keep going forwards as Clank. A Gadgetbot. Some grenades or mines being dropped here. Have to be careful not to take any damage. Trigger a detonation. Okay. Quite a lot of Gadgetbots. This was always my favorite part of the level as a kid. It started off really tough as Clank, but then when you see how many Gadgetbots you get following you, I love in a game when they give you a lot of followers at once, just raising a small army. Wait a minute. They're gonna follow us, but they're kinda like lemmings. If we run to our demise, so will they. So let's be very careful and guide them to the right path. Man, I sound like a cult leader there. Guide them to the right path. Hence they face their demise without guidance of the one true cult leader, Alakazam ASMR. Yeah, so that's a conversation I didn't realize I've been having when I'm recording a Ratchet & Clank playthrough. Anyways, as we continue to advance in Planet Orxon, I really hope you're enjoying this playthrough so far. Even as we go through this foreboding level. It's quite grim, isn't it? It's a stark contrast to some of the bright and cheery levels to get something so dark and sinister. That's what I like about Ratchet & Clank. It offers a bit of everything. And the topic of environmental devastation is something that is, if anything, more relevant today than it was back when this game was created. No, the Gadgetbot went down. Come back with backup. Get reinforcements. 2 Gadgetbots. Free. Fly, my pretties. Fly. Free on 1 this time. Nice. They're frozen in place, they're glitching. They're robots, alright. Our army grows and grows. Glitching again. Not to worry. We can unfreeze them by pressing follow or wait. Oh, sorry buddy. Luckily the Gadgetbots respawn in the locations they came from. So not to worry, I didn't just lock myself out of winning the level. They respawn as if nothing ever happened. They hold no grudges. Good. Now, say hello to my little friends. Keep freezing in place. Now this big, intimidating enemy now looks like the one being bullied. That was quick. Look how many of these guys we have now. 10 of them. This was always my favorite part of the Clank section of this level. Look how many of these guys are following us. Wait a minute. We missing somebody? Yeah, we are. One of them's over there. Must have got destroyed. Let's storm through this gate. Let's see what this mechanism does. Another big crate we can break open. Get the loot inside. So it's Clank's time to shine as we grab this infobot.
Better not let Ratchet see this one.
Oh. Clank the Secret Keeper, the infobot for planet Pokitaru acquired. Now why would Ratchet not need to see this? This should be interesting. Can Clank keep a secret for long? We'll find out. Let's return to the ship. We can't go anywhere else now as Clank. So, might as well go back to the ship.
me these or not?
They are magnetic. I appear to be stuck to them.
Oh. What do you have in there?
Gears, metal filings, dust.
You know what I mean. What is it?
I will show you this, but you must promise to stay focused on our missions.
Is it something about Quark?
Cities are full of smog, swamps are full of muck, and tar pits are full of tar. But here at Joe I Resort, the sun shines 24 hours a day. Visitors get a free O2 mask to explore our warm waters. The benign marine life will welcome you to the big blue world under the sea. You can also use our complimentary flippers to partake in speed swimming. So come to Joe I Resort and leave your world and your troubles behind.
July Resort, Pokitaru.
I knew it.
Oh, come on. Switch off your nerd circuits and have some fun. Look, we'll go just long enough to pick up the O2 mask.
Perhaps the extra oxygen will help your brain to function properly.
Yeah, and maybe the salt water will rust your mouth shut.
They're not getting along, are they? Hopefully they'll see the same side soon enough. Still. Where do we go? Pokitaru? Go back to Batalia. Well, Batalia needs our help more, so let's go back there first. We have the magna boots, so let's use those. Yeah, sounds good. Plus there's a grind boots section we missed in that section of the area. Let's go back to Batalia. And then, once we liberate the planet and find what's in that grind boots section, let's see if we can get an O2 mask from Pokitaru. Let's blast off back to Batalia. I hope you're enjoying this ASMR series, my friends. It's a galactic adventure full of combat, puzzles, and humor, with an undertone of darkness, seeing planets like Orxon and Batalia. That's what makes Ratchet & Clank stand the test of time, as a game I deeply enjoy, and hopefully one I can share with all of you, whether it's for ASMR or simple entertainment. Thank you for being with me on this journey. Now let's go liberate planet Batalia. Let's see. We won't use the sand mouse this time. Let's go to the city entrance. Great thing about Ratchet & Clank, whenever you reach a section that's significant in the level, they always give you a shortcut to get back to it, so you don't need to do a lot of backtracking. So, check this out. Whenever you're on a magnetic surface, the magna boots automatically equip. You gotta be careful though. This can get a little bit trippy. It's really cool though how they designed this with the camera angles. We're basically glued magnetically, upside down, but we still need to defend ourselves. We can still throw our wrench. I like the detail of us being upside down and Ratchet's tail is sticking up. Of course we can't jump up. Now let's keep going. Successfully infiltrated the city. Now if we can open that gate. The commando's off to find his battalion that's went AWOL. Perhaps we'll find some of them if we go looking around. Can't believe he's been fighting this war alone. What a hero. Might be a bit of a hard ass, but he's got reason to be. Fighting a war on your own. He's carrying the team big time. And he did reward us for being brave by giving us the infobot. Let's honor him. Destroy this machine which spawns these enemies. Small enemies, time for the Pyrocida. Make quick work of these guys. Okay. What's next? Enemy tanks. It's quite dangerous to advance towards these tanks. Let's use the Glove of Doom to get some minions to do it for us. The Doom bots are quite similar to the Gadget bots, except Ratchet can use them. Anti-tank mines. Of course, they have to run in the path of the mines in the first place. Good thing about the mine glove is you get lots of ammunition for it. So as soon as the tank shows up in this area, it's going to get obliterated. It's going to take a while, but hey, sometimes strategy requires patience. Nice. That takes out the cannon. Let the mines do the rest, and voila! Tank goes down without a devastator. Could have took it down with any other weapon, but I like to use all gadgets available to give a variety of combat options. Use the trusty wrench to open this gate, see what lies beyond. Hey, there's a familiar face.
Hey, I know you two.
Look, the plumber's back.
Very funny.
What are you doing here, sir?
Maintenance. What else? I helped fix this planet's useless air defenses.
Well, I think you'd better hurry up.
The turret works fine, you little yahoo. It's the locals. They haven't got the skilled manpower to use it.
I'm a pretty good shot.
You? No, I could lose my job.
Oh, come on. What's the sense of keeping up a turret if nobody's gonna use it? Besides, the Blarg chased you off the last planet. Why don't we pay him back?
Well, all right, go on if you want. Just don't break it.
That's a pretty adult conversation. The planet's being obliterated by bombers, and the guy's first concern is, no, I can't let you on this thing, I'll lose my job. Ratchet's right, though, he was kicked off the last planet. Planet Novalis by the Blarg. Time for revenge. Let's go in this anti-aircraft turret. They will shoot back at us, though. We'll use the radar to detect when incoming projectiles are on board. That little white symbol is an oncoming projectile. We shoot it down before it can do any harm to us. Take down these bombers. One more projectile. See it over there? Threat neutralized. It's getting close. Keep up this barrage of firepower. Before you know it, the air will be cleared. Another projectile. Quickly. Another one. Ooh, close call. Getting desperate. Must be close to victory. Come on. Almost there. Drac, you're off the air.
Well. Looks like he's good for something after all. Here, take this.
What is it?
It detects underground bolts. My grandfather designed it to suck up loose change on any planet in the galaxy. What a cheap old man he was. Well, see you around sometime.
Since you now own the metal detector, a bolt icon will show up on screen whenever you are near a buried stash of bolts. When equipped, the metal detector will give you signals to indicate your proximity to the buried bolts. The detector plate will always indicate the direction to the bolts. Hold down the circle button to activate the device. As you move closer to the bolts, the rings will become redder and the beeping will become faster. Continue holding down the circle button, and once you are directly over the bolts, the metal detector will suck them out of the ground.
There we go. So not only did we liberate the planet, we found a means of accessing some extra cash. So, like games such as Ape Escape, Ratchet & Clank has some pretty cool use of the analog sticks. We rotate it, and the metal detector will tell us where a stash of cash is. Whenever that little exclamation point appears, we can use the metal detector, and if we find some bolts, it just hurls them straight out of the ground. Pretty nice, huh? It's free cash just lying around, so we might as well take it. It's not a particular lot of cash, but hey, it's free cash. Now let's go back to the ship. The planet's liberated thanks to that plumber, who's massively overqualified. I mean, he was fixing sewer pipes and then suddenly he's fixing anti-aircraft weaponry. Well, never judge a tradesman by his cover. Now, let's go visit this grind boot section. See if it's any good. See if anything lies beyond.
You can use your grind boots here. Just jump onto the rail.
Let's do it, help desk girl. Jump. A very dangerous grind boot section. Jump. Jump. Mine. Jump again. It's exciting, isn't it? Gotta be careful though for any hazards. We can smack them with the wrench or just jump over them. Whatever works and keeps you away from harm. Let's keep grinding away. Usually when I play a game and I'm grinding, it's a level grind, not a literal grind on rails. But hey, we'll pull this off. See what lies at the end. Jump. Gotcha. Got a lot of practice on grind rail sections thanks to Sonic the Hedgehog. Keep jumping. One big leap of faith.
Halt! Who are you? What are you doing?
We are on a mission to save the galaxy.
Speak for yourself and put your hands down. You look ridiculous.
Actually, I don't care who you are. I've got to get the heck out of here. I joined the army to get money to go to college. I never knew I'd end up in a war. Go figure.
This is a noble cause, sir.
Noble my hiney. I just want to get home to my family. Here, I pulled this off a busted robot. Give me some bolts for bus fare and it's yours.
Well, we found some of that commando squad. This deserter just wanted to go to college. Didn't actually realize he'd end up in live combat. But he's offering an infobot. So, might as well purchase it. Even though this guy's a coward, the infobot he has could be crucial to finding Drek or Quark.
Thanks a bunch. Good luck saving the galaxy or whatever.
Let's have a look.
Greetings, Supreme Executive Chairman Drek. As you can see, we're about to test our newest automated pilot's helmet. This helmet allows pilots to control our latest high-tech fighters using only their thoughts. Please enjoy the demonstration. We still have a few minor adjustments to make.
Oh, if they ever get the kinks worked out of that thing, I have got to get me one of those.
If they are working for Chairman Drek, they may know where he is.
Is that all you can think about? Drek this and Drek that? I I got my own problems.
If you cannot see the importance of this situation, you do have problems.
Yeah? Well, if you're so smart, how come you fell for Quark's stupid trick? Ah, forget it. We both need to get to this planet, and that's all that matters.
So the deserter gave us an info bot for the planet Gaspar. Perhaps we can go there and get a flight helmet. You never know when we might need it. Also, when we were on that grind rail section, we achieved a skill point for navigating it without taking any damage. So that's a bonus as well. A free skill point. Now, let's go back in the borrowed Captain Quark ship. Now, we could go back to planet Orxon, but you know what? We just got that info bot for planet Gaspar, so let's go there. Blog Depot. Let's have a look. Pokitaru or Gaspar? We might need that flight helmet. Let's go there and grab it. Blast off to the next planet. Alright, time for a level that's a little bit more upbeat. All this doom and gloom, it's time to get some action going. Now, we have 2 new weapons available to us. The Visibomb gun, which is basically like a guided devastator. Visibomb gun. If you ever played Metal Gear Solid, it's quite like the Nikita missile launcher. A missile that you actually directly control. Or, we have the Walloper, which is kind of weird because that's an insult where I come from. You talking to your Walloper. Yeah, that's one of my favorite insults to use. Oh, shut up, you Walloper. But yeah, so, we can either buy the we can either buy the Visibomb gun or the Walloper. Now, believe it or not, even though the Visibomb gun is a very useful weapon to have, we're going to leave that for later. There's a planet in particular I have in mind to use it on. Hey, caught a glimpse of it up there. There's a gold bolt. Better remember that. See if we can find the location that leads to it. Now look, we have our trusty wrench for direct attacks. Club an enemy with a wrench at melee range. We're going to take this different path through the magma. Going to use our swing shot. Whoop! Didn't mean to do that. Just made Ratchet do a Michael Jackson there. Sorry about that. I left the jump a little bit late. Now, these were the bombers that were on planet Batalia. It is a supply depot, so they must be using this to refuel. So, let's make sure they can't bomb other planets and destroy them before they take off. Ignite the fuel chamber. Ratchet's a demolition man too. Ignite the fuel. Destroy the bomber before it even takes to the skies. Hey, if it helps another planet, it's totally worth it. Okay, that went much more successful than the last swing shot I did. Enemy down. Grab some nanotech to cure those burns I gave Ratchet. Sorry about that. Maybe that's a little bit of karma for being so mean to Clank. He means well. Ratchet's just a little bit self-obsessed at the moment. But hey, Maybe that's part of a hero's journey. You don't grow unless you change. So he doesn't have to start off as a complete hero after all. Maybe he'll grow into it. After all, is that not part of the journey? To evolve, to develop, to grow. Nice. Ignite. Destroy the fuel. Successful sabotage. Another bomber. Let's destroy this. Swing shot target. Let's keep this going. Oh, the metal detector's going off. Let's clear the area of enemies and maybe we'll dig them out. Not safe to go on a metal detector run when there's enemies nearby. Let's put this in our quick select screen. So we'll replace the hydro displacer. Go digging around. This could be extra cash we can use to buy one of the new gadgets. I'll plan on getting the Visibomb gun later. Basically, the way the Visibomb gun functions, it's pretty much down to personal preference. It's got the same amount of firepower, I'd say, as the Devastator, just about, but it's the method of control you're paying for. Do you prefer a more conventional rocket launcher or a guided missile? It's up to you. I think once we grab enough cash, we'll buy the Walloper. A Walloper for taking down Wallopers. One more bomber goes down. Lots of cash around here. Can we reach it from here? See if we can pull this off. Helipack from Al coming in very handy here. Even the humble bomb glove coming in very useful for this. Even the weapon we used at the very beginning of the game still has its use. Okay, time for the swing shot. Let's be successful this time. A lot of bombers resupplying here. Let's cripple this operation. The bombers are getting bomb-gloved. One more. This might be the last of them. It is. We just earned a skill point for sabotaging Chairman Drax's bombing facility. Destroying them all before they reach the air. And look at the end of this hidden path. A gold bolt. A skill point and a gold bolt. As well as a bunch of regular bolts to spend on some goodies. And don't you worry, I'm gonna buy something very soon. Now, let's get back to our ship, which luckily they provided a transport to take us back. Hopefully this helped rescue a bunch of planets from being bombed. So whether Ratchet believes he did it for selfless reasons, he did a good deed today, him and Clank. He may have an attitude, but he's still got the guts of a hero. Check this out. A gun turret. Saves us ammunition, after all. See if we can shoot these aircrafts out of the sky. Get some practice. See if any more ships stop by. Can we destroy them? Yeah, we can. Alright. Grab a bunch of bolts. We're going to be spending those very soon. Can't get up here yet. We're going to go back to the Gadgetron vendor and spend our hard-earned bolts. We're going to buy the Walloper.
Hi there, Fuzzball.
Now we have some serious KO power. The Walloper is a weird weapon. It's basically an upgraded melee weapon. It only does one thing. A really powerful melee strike. So basically, if you need to get up in an enemy's face, one hit KO, one punch. It doesn't have too much utility besides bashing things up close, but it's really, really good at it. And to be honest, Planet Gaspar's probably the best level in the game to try and use the Walloper, so we might as well buy it right now. A hidden function of the Walloper is that you notice these dark blue navy crates that you can't normally destroy unless you have an explosive crate. The Walloper can actually crack through it no problem, so it's useful to have to obtain other bolts we can't usually reach. I'm just practicing on the turret for now to get my aim right. There we go. We just earned a skill point for wiping out these aircraft in the turret. That's 2 skill points now. And we've just obliterated our way to a new path. Let's go. Wallop. These enemies would be a bit problematic to take out with the wrench. They would take a few hits. The Walloper, one punch, one opportunity. It's a very swift motion. Nice. Very satisfying weapon to use. I like in Ratchet & Clank games when they give you an upgraded melee, besides the wrench. And these sturdier crates like this can be just cracked open with one melee move. Wallop. A turret. Okay. Any enemies left around are gonna get destroyed by this thing. Let's keep this going. Got good momentum so far. This is probably going to be quite a long episode of Ratchet & Clank ASMR, but hopefully that's why you enjoy it. You get a lot of content in a single video. I'm going to try and take you to key moments of the story, so let's just keep going until we get a significant encounter with Drek. And continue Ratchet & Clank's adventures. Commandos. They're trained all right. They're hopping in and out of cover. So, let's never leave ours. Let's send the Glove of Doom. Gradually clear a path. With no risk to ourselves, send out the attack dogs. Or rather, the attack bots. Let's go on our merry way Devastator. Wipe him out. By quickly getting through here, this turret means we can just destroy all the enemies in our way. Let's go on a rampage. Having a total Rambo moment here. I don't think for ASMR purposes I can do the Rambo scream though. I think that'll wake everybody up, including my neighbors. Enemy down. So this is the test site from the video, where the pilot wasn't so fortunate with the beta test of the pilot's helmet. Ooh, nice. Could that be?
Now this is cool.
You have acquired a pilot's helmet, manufactured by the Blog. It will allow you to fly jet fighters via
Excellent. So, if we ever bump into a Blog fighter jet, if we ever bump into a Blog fighter jet, we'll be able to control it with our mind. We can basically Professor X our way through a Blog pilot. Okay, just for fashion, let's put the Magna boots on with the pilot's helmet. I think it just goes a little bit better fashion-wise, don't you think? Now, I'm going to clip ahead to this section of the level. I'm going to show you something cool. Now, let's get our fashion back on. All I did was grab a bunch extra bolts and get my health recovered. We're going to need it. There's a hidden section in this level. So, first of all, we got to be fashionable. So let's get the pilot's helmet on, and then get the Magna boots on as well. Oh, nearly forgot. Okay. Pretty fashionable outfit. So, respawned all these enemies. That's fine. Alright, now, I'm going to travel down here. I'm going to show you a secret area. It's kind of tricky to find, but trust me. We need to backtrack this way, but I cleared the path. The enemies have respawned, but so have the crates. So there's some loot sitting around if we ever need it. Commandos have respawned as well. Let's just skip ahead. Let's be reckless. We've already defeated these guys. Luckily, by jumping in the turret in time, we're almost impervious to harm altogether. Get some extra bolts. Lovely. Now back on this path. It was worth respawning just to get some of these crates open again, because it's more loot. But also, I'm going to show you something cool here. Trigger the shortcut. If we jump down here, looks like we're jumping into the Sarlacc pit to our death. But actually, it's a hidden area. But I didn't want to go in here without full health, because this is a very tough area to overcome. Hence why I'm pulling out the Devastator right away. It's a tight and close space at some points, and these commandos actually know how to use duck and cover. They've got good aim, and they know how to exploit cover, so they're intelligent enemies, plus lots of enemies of different kinds. So it's good to have the Walloper nearby when things get overwhelming. Enemy down. Whoops. In and out of cover. Tight and close spaces. Let's not risk our health. Send out the Glove of Doom. Attack from afar. Devastator's got a good lock-on ability. If you can aim it properly, like I didn't just there. Let's get up close and personal. Also some bolts underground. Let's clear the area first, keep it secure. It's only 2 hits and we could die, so we have to be very careful. It's hard to see the enemies when they're ducking in and out of cover. Are the enemies out of the way? Is the area secure? Grab some bolts out of the ground, making up for the bolts we spent on the Walloper. It's a free stash of bolts once we clear the area. And at the end of this path we are rewarded with a gold bolt. The one we spotted at the start of the level, but we couldn't quite reach it. We had to go through a long, difficult, winding path. But luckily, it was worth the challenge. We got a lot of bolts back and a gold bolt, and found the pilot's helmet we were looking for the entire time. I'd say that's totally worth the journey to planet Gaspar. And now we're going to get ready to blast off. We can't explore any more of planet Orxon because we need an O2 mask. As Ratchet is an organic life form, he can't breathe the air. But the little bit of advertisement for planet Pokitaru mentioned you get a free O2 mask on arrival. That's a happy little coincidence. So, the only option left is to go to Jowai Resort, Pokitaru. Let's do this, my friends. Take a moment just to consider and rest up my hands for a moment. All right, let's get ready to go to planet Pokitaru. And now we land on the sunny shores of planet Pokitaru. Alright, let's organize our weapon wheel for the moment. This level in particular has a secret layer of difficulty to it, which you'll find out in a moment. So I need to have some of my favorite gadgets at a moment's notice. Let me just mess around with this for a second. Mine Glove, Devastator. Right, Bomb Glove, Blaster, Mine Glove, Pyrocida, Suck Cannon, Metal Detector, Swing Shot, Devastator. Okay, let's have a look at this. Should I use the... Yeah, sounds like a good idea. Alright, let's set out to planet Pokitaru. See if we can get an O2 mask for visiting. Ratchet wants to be here to enjoy the sun, but we can get the O2 mask. So everyone's happy. There's the tour guide. Let's go speak to him.
I've seen in weeks. You are friendly, aren't you?
To you, yes. To him, no.
Well, friend, have I got a deal for you? Since the Blarg began dumping their toxic sludge into our ocean, the wildlife has,
become ravenous mutants?
Yeah, you could say that. All my customers either left or became lunch. So I'm closing the place down. However, I just so happen to have one, count 'em one, O2 mask left.
How much?
It's not for sale.
But you said...
I said I had a
Convenient.
deal, and indeed I do. You boys get rid of those Blarg ships, and it's yours. Just escort me to the other end of this resort, and you can use our jet fighter.
Jet fighter, eh? Alright. But you better not try to stiff us.
Very convenient. He only has one O2 mask left, and he needs us to save the day. It's an escort mission, so we need to protect this guy. Luckily, he doesn't take any damage, so that mitigates a lot of the difficulty. We just have to eliminate everything that could possibly get in his way. Luckily, these smaller enemies are quite annoying, these pufferfish type enemies. But they're small enough to go into the suck cannon, meaning we can make quick work of them by instantly killing them, and then using them as ammunition on bigger enemies. Now we're going on this water transport. So, since we don't have much range and have to stay on board, use the Pyrocida for up close. It would be a good idea to use the suck cannon, but you do actually maximize how many enemies you can hold at once. So we don't want to inhale an enemy and then have to immediately fire them out. So the Pyrocida is my personal go-to for this section. Let's see. Check this out. I'm going to show you a trick. You go over here. Look at this. A sand mouse house. Now, while we escort the tour guide, we have an escort. Our sand mouse buddy. So this is going to make escorting significantly easier. Check out the sand mouse, how much range they have. We can just concern ourselves with picking up bolts. Sand mouse is just obliterating them. Very satisfying. For an ability you just don't have to do anything except find the sand mouse, it's extremely useful. They would implement systems like this in later Ratchet & Clank games, having little minions following you around. Probably my favorite variation of this is a gadget you get in Ratchet & Clank 2. You get 4 robotic minions. Maybe if you stick around long enough and show me enough love and support, we might get to Ratchet & Clank 2. Let me know what you think about that idea. But for now, let's focus on completing Ratchet & Clank 1. So let's get this tour guide to the Bloggian fighter jet, where we can absolutely help save the day. And isn't that convenient? A Blargian fighter jet, and we just got that pilot's helmet, allowing us to control it with just our thoughts. Perfectly timed, so it's just as well we went to planet Gaspar. Before we continue further, I'm going to use the metal detector, grab some loose change. After all, we could buy some cool gadgets. Never know what else we could find. Quite a lot of bolts around here. Then again, in real life, that's quite a common location to go metal detecting. I remember once, well, a few times I've went on holiday to Blackpool, down in England, and I always remember on the beaches, there was always people going around with metal detectors because people left jewelry there all the time. So it's a common location to go metal detecting, the beach, especially popular touristed areas. Now, gonna put some mines down here and see if they work for defense, as well as the pyrocida combined. Drek dumping toxic waste. If Drek continues to dump toxic waste, this planet's gonna end up just like Orxon. Because we're in the middle of motion, the mines are a little bit off trajectory. So, yeah. Not the best option, but hey, we made it. Let's get the sub cannon out. Quite a weird, unconventional path, but hey, it works. Smaller enemies, suck cannon. So we don't have a lot of capacity for enemies being in the suck cannon, but as long as they go in there, it basically counts as being defeated. Very good for small waves of enemies. Waves that aren't too large, but enough of them. Another unconventional bridge. Okay. I mean, if we had a bigger capacity on the suck cannon right now, this level would become a complete and utter cakewalk, being able to just inhale every single enemy. But that's part of the game's balancing. Let's go get some extra bolts. Looks like we might need it.
Right there in that locked garage. One tourist crashes a jet and wham! Lawsuit.
That lock is unlike any I have seen.
Very astute observation, Mr. Shiny. I can't open it either. I don't trust the tourist, and the board of directors don't trust me. So we have a little problem.
We have a little problem. I just want the O2 mask. So if you can't open up the lock, that's your problem. Now cough up the mask.
Well, I can see that you really wanted to fly our jet. So I'll tell you what. Go talk to Bob at his robo-chat. He knows about these locks.
Oh, very convenient. I love how he's a more positive-minded corporate scumbag. He's like, yep, the board of directors don't trust me, so yeah, I'm not allowed to help you out. But I can see you really want to fly the jet, so go spend some money and open the lock. Really twists everything into being your idea.
Well, what do we got here? Hey, watch it. I recognize that work. Y'all been to Seattle, ain't you?
Yeah, he installed the helipad.
I can see that. I taught that idiot brother of mine everything he knows. Look, if you want some real hardware, I can fix this little feller up with a thruster pack.
Ooh. Will it help us get past that weird lock by the fighter garage?
Ah, you know about those gizmos, huh? Well, it sure as heck will. It's got a real special power slam move built right in.
It's a good thing I need this to get to that jet, or you'd be out of luck, pal.
That's not very nice, Ratchet. Come on, y'all. Now let's pay 2,000 bolts for the thruster pack.
I'll have you
you fixed up faster than a horny toad a hopping. Well, there you are, little buddy. Better than new.
That's right. I am the man.
Yeah, not bad.
Your thruster pack and
Shut up, Ratchet. He looks cool.
feature. Just press the R1 button during a jump to enjoy your new destructive capabilities.
Damn it, Ratchet, don't pick on Clank like that. He's too likable. But yeah, this is our new thruster pack. It's just an old... Basically, it looks cool, but it's cosmetically pretty similar to the helipack. The only difference is you dart ahead slightly different, but you also have a hover feature, which does give you the capacity to strafe to a degree. This is something that is expanded much greater in the sequels, but you get the rough idea. You have a power slam that can be used to open locks such as this. Now we have a Bloggian fighter. Now we can fly this jet plane.
Fire the machine guns and press the circle button to fire homing missiles. To go faster, hold down the X button.
A very fast battleship this is. Plenty of missiles and machine gun bullets. Smaller fighters will drop ammunition. So let's stop them dumping this toxic waste. Ratchet and Clank, eco-warriors, apparently. Hey, get away. A lot of speed on this Bloggian fighter. I wouldn't be surprised if Ratchet took one for himself. It's far too useful. Take down these smaller fighters. Infinite sources of ammunition, pretty much. They don't stand a chance against us, though. Stockpiling rockets, using machine guns for smaller vessels. I quite like, even though it's not the most powerful weapon, I quite like using the machine gun. Mission complete.
It's about time.
The O2 mask allows you to breathe underwater, in poisonous atmospheres, or even in outer space. It will auto-equip when you need it.
Excellent. So that takes out the annoyance of, oh, I gotta put this helmet on because I need it to breathe. Now we're gonna collaborate it with our grind boots. Just to have a little bit extra fashion. I like the idea of wearing masks anyway. After all, my avatar is a mask. A mask can be anything, really. Put your own spin on it and your own style. Thanks anyways, Al. Ignore what Ratchet's been saying. Appreciate your work. So, if we're gonna wear the pilot's helmet, we wear the Magna boots to collaborate our style. And if we wear the O2 mask, we will wear the grind boots. Now, use our thruster pack to dash ahead. Gonna go back over here. Now here's the great thing about the O2 mask. As soon as we go underwater, we will automatically equip it. Now we can breathe underwater forever thanks to the O2 mask. Extremely useful. And will be vital when we go and explore the rest of the galaxy. Because we'll be able to swim indefinitely, as well as be able to get access to previous areas we could not reach, because we had to reach for oxygen. Now we're going into this little hidden area here, opening this bridge. Beyond this ravine is something interesting. We weren't able to go over here because we did not have the thruster pack just yet. There is a bunch of enemies though, But luckily the suck cannon, a weapon we got on Eudora, is very useful in this situation, especially for a free weapon. You don't have to use the suck cannon, but it does help if you want to use it. Bigger enemies. Let's use the Devastator. Take out the biggest enemies. Chain reaction. Keep on going. Keep them at an arm's length. I'm just saying, it also adds into Ratchet & Clank's cheeky little sense of humor that one of the weapons in the game's whole concept literally involves sucking and blowing. Yeah, that's definitely not unintentional. I'm pretty sure they make a joke about that in a later game. I can't remember if it's Ratchet & Clank 2 or 3. There's a character who says something like, "Oh yeah, I sold a suck cannon upgrade to a miner." You know, stuff that really could fly over the head of a child. But an adult totally gets the filthy degeneracy of their humor. That's part of why I love the Ratchet & Clank series. It's not afraid to have a little bit of fun for everyone, with some filthy and dirty little jokes like that. Now, continuing on, let's suck and blow. What am I talking about? Now, there's a reason we're going so far into this unknown area. I wouldn't be going here if there wasn't something worthwhile on the other side. Besides the fact there's a lot of bolts around here, which is always good to get extra cash. Look, the very end, a gold bolt. Also, 2 enemies. I need to get rid of those quick. Ouch. So we got a gold bolt. Very nice. The cool thing is, besides the thruster pack unlocking locks, you really can choose to have the helipack or the thruster pack in terms of transport. It's really up to yourself. So if you think the wings sticking out is a little bit too over the top, you can always switch back to the helipack if you wish. You just need the thruster pack to open certain locks. It's really down to yourself. And now, look at us. We can swim indefinitely. I quite like in real life going snorkeling, but I've never went properly diving. I have bad luck when snorkeling though, because I get a lot of snorkels that tend to leak water. I don't know if because my face is asymmetrical, there's always like a tiny bit of water that leaks into the goggles. So I can swim and keep afloat in the water just fine, even in really crystal blue waters. But I've had bad luck the past few times with goggles just leaking in. It'd be cool to have something just like an O2 mask. It doesn't need to be connected to oxygen or anything. You can just wear it and just go underwater forever. That just sounds really cool. Now, let's check out the rest. Excuse me, I just sneezed there. Apologies. We have to check out the rest of the resort. So, now that all the tourists have been scared away, let's check out the rest of the resort. Visit the scenic Jowai Resort sewers. Yeah. Gotta love that Ratchet & Clank sense of humor. Wow, come to our city and see the sewers. They're so beautiful. We didn't go here at the start because it just helps to have the O2 mask. Being able to breathe is just a very useful feature to have, especially in underwater sections. Also, the O2 mask will allow us to breathe in outer space, as well as poisonous areas, which is going to be very useful if we want to go back to planet Orxon, which is so polluted that Ratchet can't even breathe in it. Right, we're gonna get out the hydro displacer to solve some puzzles. Swim around here, a trespasser puzzle. Be a moment solving this little lock. That was pretty quick. Swimming around here. Okay. Keep looking around, raise and lower the water accordingly to get past obstacles, reach areas, and overall clear the sewers. There must be something interesting we can find. More of these amoeboid creatures. There's also some bolts hidden underground. So we'll get the hydro displacer and put the swing shot. Hydro displacer there, swing shot, and then we'll put the metal detector down in a moment. Need to get rid of these enemies though. Let's see if the Walloper works. It's tricky because they divide into so many of them. They attack very quickly. Tell you what, let's stand up from the high ground, the holy high ground. Damn it, it's happening again. The mine gloves are glitching. That happened back in Blackwater City as well. Come on. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna spare you that noise. I'll use Devastator ammo to sort it out. Nope, blaster ammunition doesn't work. Really apologize for this noise. There we go. Good riddance. Yeah, for these guys, let's just stick to the Pyrocida. It works miles better. Now let's use the metal detector to open up some bolts. Never know when we might buy that next cool gadget. We might be able to collect enough to get to 10,000 bolts, if we're lucky. Almost. There we go. 10,000 bolts. Nice. There must be something interesting at the end of these sewers. That's what I love about Ratchet & Clank's level design. Even something as silly as, yeah, let's go visit the scenic Pokitaru Resort sewers. There's always something interesting and worthwhile getting at the end of every path. Almost always. How many times in a Ratchet & Clank game can you think where they lead you down a path and there's actually nothing there? It's very rare, actually. Now use the Trespasser. Let's break in here again. Now. Okay, that's blocking that. So, move. Let's become masters of unlocking. Huh. Excellent. Here's the explosive crate. Underwater crates. Dangerous, but still contain bolts too. Grabbing some more bolts. It's worth it just to get a few extra bolts. I'm trying to be as liberal as possible in terms of spending. I don't want to just play the game in the most meta sense possible. I want to genuinely enjoy all the features the game has to offer, whether they're the most powerful options or not. That being said, don't glitch on me this time. That's better. Oh, about to do it again. What's going on? Okay, Pyrocida time. Let's be careful. We can only take one more hit. In fact, Bomb Glove. Trusty, reliable, fun Bomb Glove. Our old pal. Bombs away. In fact, we can just ignore these enemies. They can't climb up here. Spend ammunition to take down an enemy. They can't even threaten us. Let's just skip them. Almost. Oh. Okay, I need to move one more sensor nearby. If I rotate this, twist this through. Need to watch which one blocks which. Taking a little bit longer to solve this one, but don't worry, I'll get there. Trust me, as a child I used to really struggle with these puzzles. It borderline stopped me clearing areas, because I was too impatient and didn't really think about the puzzle. Don't worry, I'll get there. Just gotta take a little bit of patience. Okay, so that's blocking that. Need to rotate that out so it doesn't block this. Okay, twist one more out. Interesting. Okay, basically, if there's a barrier, you're not solving the puzzle if there's a barrier in the way. That eliminates that possibility. I think I'm getting the hang of it. Oh, wait a minute. Might have something here. We'll get there, my friends. Just please be patient with me. Troublesome, this lock. Must be something worthwhile on the other side. Just as well we grab the Gadgetron Trespasser. Wait a minute. I think I got it. I think I got it. So it's just one light away. Just one step of it I'm not pulling off. So that's blocking that path. Oh, just one away. Come on. Yes! We are masters of unlocking. Hey, there's somebody in this room. Let's go say hi.
What are you doing here?
I'm searching for a very elusive and secret substance.
Raritanium?
Maybe?
The oceans on this planet are said to be an excellent source of that element.
Well, not anymore. All that toxic dumping has obscured any trace of it. You will find Raritanium for me.
No, I will not.
Piece of junk. My latest invention, the Persuader. I intended to use it to control minds, but well, the only thing it's gotten me so far is a discount from Gadgetron vendors.
Hey, I could use that.
Well, I'll trade it for some Raritanium.
I believe planet Hoven is a source of that element.
Our long-range sensors do not detect raritanium on this planet. Our database indicates that the best place to locate this metal is on planet Hoven.
I see. So, that's a pretty cool device. Doesn't work on Ratchet or Clank, but apparently it works on Gadgetron vendors. You can get a discount in the Gadgetron store. So, what I think I'm going to do is, I'm going to hold off on buying any new gadgets, and I'm going to wait until I get the Gadgetron Persuader to save precious bolts. So say for talking's sake, I buy something for 10,000 bolts. I might as well wait until I can get a discount. That Persuader's giving me some ideas as well about Ratchet & Clank related ideas. It's just the seed of something, but maybe it'll turn into something in the future. I'll let you know when it happens. Just a germ of an idea. Now let's blast off and return to planet Orxon. Now that we have an O2 mask, we can properly explore probably my favorite stage in the entirety of Ratchet & Clank 1, Planet Orxon. Now the whole vibe of the level is going to completely change, including the soundtrack. Get ready for this cool soundtrack. Eerie. So we explored this place as Clank. Now, Ratchet and Clank can explore, thanks to having the O2 mask. This opens up many more possibilities for what we can get up to. Now, this is where I'm going to show you why I definitely consider this as a child the most difficult level in the game, but I think even as adults, we all seem to agree on one thing. Planet Orxon is the most difficult level in Ratchet & Clank 1. Why? These guys. These enemies, these scorpion-like enemies, they have one issue. They can attack really quickly. They can hit you really quick, and when you can only take 4 hits, that's a problem. Also, they're very sturdy. They take a lot of damage. Also, these little guys here, you need to take them out quickly. We have aerial enemies, and then we have these scorpion enemies that can damage you quickly and powerfully. So I need to choose my gadgets very carefully. Now, here's a perfect example of what makes Planet Orxon so challenging for both child and adult alike. These blue enemies here, they will wake up all the scorpion enemies. Look how quick they are. So, we need to stop them from being awoken. Shoot the snitch. It might have seemed excessive to waste a Devastator bullet, or rocket, rather, on these smaller enemies, but trust me, it's worth it to dispose of these Scorpion enemies one by one. They're that big of a threat. Now, we can preemptively attack. Look how many bombs it takes to kill them. And there's 3 of them sitting there. So a sneak attack is preferable. We can take them out before they close in. Look how quick they are. You can only take 4 hits, and look how quickly they advance on us, even while they're being bombed. Open. Now, a Gadgetron Vendor. 2 paths, left and right. Don't know which one I'm going to take.
Hi there, Fuzzball. That's a real beauty.
We have access now to the decoy glove and also the Visibomb gun. You know what? For this level, it's the most difficult level in the game. Should I? No, I'll wait. A Blogian battleship. We can't get a good shot and a good angle at him, so we'll just avoid him altogether. Shock troopers. The combination of toxic creatures, Blogians who have been abandoned in their own planet. This planet itself is telling you, you are not welcome, you should die. A grim planet to be on, and you can see why Drek wants to build a new planet, even if it is for selfish reasons. This place just wants to destroy you. It's uninhabitable as it comes. Using my Devastator rounds to just eliminate enemies from a safe distance. Don't want to risk taking any damage. In a stage like this, that's a critical mistake. Damn it. Speaking of critical mistake, I walked into this force field. This guy's too far away to lure in. So that's how it feels. Continue to roam. For annoying me, that force field, you get a Devastator rocket to the face. These larger flying enemies. Can we use the suck cannon? No. Well, learned our lesson. Might as well remove the suck cannon then. What should we replace it with? Mine glove. Choose the Mind Glove and lure them into us. Or maybe not. Yeah, let's just go with the blaster. And anyways, I started blasting. Right. Take them out before they can aggress us. Gotta do platforming while a battleship is launching rockets at us. Okay, we're safe from rockets for now. Let's have no mercy in this enemy. We give it a moment to stay awake, it will kill us. Now, I'm gonna use a sneaky little tactic here. Look through this pipe here. There's one of those snitch enemies. Not for long. By shooting it in this discreet manner, we earned a skill point. And it's a very useful skill point to obtain. Eliminating that enemy means a lot of the enemies on the other end of this path will not awaken. These big scorpion enemies are very troublesome to deal with on their own, so having to deal with an entire group of them is very frustrating and challenging, especially when it's easy to die and get sent back to a checkpoint. Nah, take them out one by one. If you can eliminate, divide and conquer, victory will be yours. Use your gadgets with precision. And get creative in how you take out the threats. Take out the smallest enemy because he's going to alert the big ones. Now I can get some prep time like Batman. Now when they come towards me, the Mind Glove does most of the work for me. Now imagine all these guys woke up at once. That would be a complete nightmare. And there's nanotech over here, so let's use it to recover our health. Can we lure them? Yeah, we can. Nice. The taunt are coming in useful here. This time we want those guys to be awake. We want to lure these guys as close as possible. But before we do, let's go get some loot. Plenty of bolts. We'll choose our time to spend them. Okay. Now let's lure these enemies in. Let's try this technique. Put some mines out here and lure them out. I need to stick out a little bit further. Boom. You're mine. Careful platforming in case this bomber shows up. Shock trooper. Enemy down. Close quarters. Be very careful moving around this corner. Anything could be around the corner. There's the blaster. Doesn't take long to take damage, does it? Even a single mistake. You don't want to go all the way back to the original checkpoint, do we? No. This is why caution will serve us very well. We are being replenished with bomb glove ammo, which is very nice. Hey. Nice view of a not so nice place. Wonder what this planet used to look like. This is what Chairman Drek's done to it. Let's see what technology remains.
This is a premium nanotech dispenser. You can purchase a can to increase your maximum health.
4,000 bolts for premium nanotech. We can't use the persuader, so we might as well spend 4,000 bolts straight up. It'll boost your overall health. Yep, that's a worthwhile purchase. Drink up.
This dispenser also carries Ultra Nanotech, the very latest in Gadgetron technology. Ultra Nanotech is 3 times more potent than premium nanotech.
You need 30,000 bolts for Ultra Nanotech. That will maximize our health to the biggest amount we can have in the game. Doesn't seem like much, 4,000 bolts to take 1 extra hit of damage. But hey, it's the difference between life, death, restarting, spending ammunition, and spending bolts. So I'd say it's a worthwhile investment. More opportunities to continue living, is it not? Especially as you realize in a stage like this. Now, recognize this place? It's where Clank was running around earlier. Now we can access it as Ratchet. Now what we need to do is go down the path we never went down. Gadgetron vendor. Let's buy some Pyrocida ammo. Lots of close quarters encounters, bomb glove, and a blaster. The blaster probably the most important one. Devastator is expensive, but it's definitely worth it. If I want to eliminate an enemy that's a big threat, I should buy Devastator ammo. But you know what? Let's see if we can pick some up along the way. Let's see if we can do it without the Devastator. But if the opportunity arises and they give us free ammunition, then by all means, let's blast off a rocket in their face. Luckily, those enemies haven't respawned, so we don't need to go through that torture again. So we're going to go in the path to the right this time. I'm not as bothered about those enemies being alerted because we're on the high ground, so they can't possibly hurt us as long as we don't jump down there. Let's not sink to their level. So we can just slowly throw a mine. Let him come to us. See what I mean? Look how quick he was there. Could have snapped up very quick and did damage to us. Take out the small guy. Don't want to be put at a disadvantage. Need to be very careful. We need to infiltrate this part. Look how many of these enemies there are. And there's not much space to avoid them. Let's just sneak past them. And now we're wearing our Magna boots. So get ready for things to get a little bit trippy. Wait for the flamethrower to evaporate. Take our time. Don't want to end up barbecued. Flying enemies. Whoops. My fault. Luckily, thanks to the nanotech, we're now back to our original maximum HP. So being able to take one extra hit really increases the longevity and number of mistakes you can make. We can't quite afford to max out our health, but that time will come. Now, time for the Taunter. Probably its finest moment. Check that out. I actually forgot you get a skill point for doing that. It's a great time to use the Taunter. Probably its most potent moment. It kills the most enemies by doing nothing except being annoying. Took down 4 of those scorpion enemies by just making it rush into a force field. So we can now explore this area much, much easier. Let's keep going. Okay. Swing shot practice. See if we can make this. Ready? Swing. Mind glove. Be tactical. Create a wall to protect ourselves. Excellent. Let's continue onwards. There's so many of these guys, isn't there? You can see why this planet is so uninhabitable. These things just spawn everywhere, and they're so tough to kill, and they can kill you really fast. really nails home that theme of this is what can happen to a planet after Greg's done with it. Ruined beyond salvation. Only the lost remnants of old technology worthwhile to come back. Time for the taunter again. Work your magic. Oh, this is the taunter's finest moment. Check that out. Excellent. Totally worth getting the taunter just for that moment alone. This battleship again. I should have bought Devastator ammo just to eliminate this guy. I didn't think he was coming back. Another Magnaboot area. Let's get trippy again. Where we started. Started from the bottom, now we're here. An infobot.
Hello again, everyone. Supreme Executive Chairman Drek here to fill you in on our progress. We have now found the perfect orbit for our planet, one which will allow for the optimum temperature all year round. However, there is a planet now occupying that orbit, and sadly, for its few insignificant inhabitants, it must be destroyed. That's why we've created this! The Planet Buster Maximus, a device capable of blowing an entire planet into subatomic particles. We're quite proud of it. Here's how it works. We attach the Planet Buster to this ship, fly it into orbit around the planet, and let it go! Kaboom! Quite ingenious, really. Once our trained professionals put the finishing touches on our new planet, everything will be complete. Thank you. Goodbye.
Now this guy's gonna blow up an entire planet? That's just mean.
That's what I've been telling you.
Look, I'm still gunning for Quark. If we end up taking out Drek too, hey, fine. What?
You do care.
Don't push it, pal.
Ratchet does care. He's just a little bit too obsessed with Captain Quark's betrayal right now. But the infobot will lead us to planet Hoven. So, hopefully we can help out innocent people by taking out the Planet Buster Maximus. Maybe we'll get a lead on Captain Quark. Or maybe we'll find Raritanium and obtain the Persuader at some point. We'll have to see. Let's go through this Clank section of the level we were on previously in the video. Because now we can access stuff that Clank couldn't, thanks to having Ratchet and Clank together. There's a lot of hidden things around here. Take a moment to catch my breath. Alright, let's go looking around. The area Clank was in. Now look, can you see that in the distance? A gold bolt. Also around this area, if you go exploring, you can only do this with Ratchet and Clank together, the helipad jump. We can curve ourselves around this area. And there's a few extra bolts hidden in the ground. Whoa, close call. Right, Pyrocitor time. We're not getting screwed around by these guys. Such a desolate planet. Now, check this out. Wall jump. tucked away, something Clank can't do. And a gold bolt, well within reach, with Ratchet and Clank working together. Ratchet isn't quite there, but he's beginning to understand how much of a threat Chairman Drek really is to the galaxy. Despite his selfish outlook right now, he does care. He's just in denial right now. But hey, maybe he'll see the light. Grab some extra bolts. Can't use the metal detector as Clank, so hidden away. Get as much loose change as we can. There will come a time when we use it. Hope you're enjoying the playthrough so far, my friends. What do you think about the planet Orxon? The overall story of the game, it can go from being so goofy to so grim and dark like this. I like those extremes. I really appreciate this game years and years later. And hopefully whether you are an old school Ratchet & Clank fan, someone who played the remake, or even someone who's a complete newcomer to this series, I hope you enjoy this experience I share with you all. And sit back and relax as we get ready to set out to a new planet that we just unlocked. Planet Hoven. Bomb Factory. So, take it easy. Let me know what you think about the video. And I'll take it from here as Ratchet and Clank set off to the Bomb Factory on Planet Hoven. Take a moment to gather my thoughts. That's 2 hours into this video. We've still got quite a bit to go. I'm choosing a dramatic moment to end each video on. So in the previous video, we had Captain Quark's betrayal. The one before, the epic boss battle between Clank and the robot lieutenant. What could finish this video, you might wonder? Keep watching and find out, my friends. Let's go destroy this planet buster on Planet Hoven and cripple Chairman Drek's operations. Every time we hear from Chairman Drek, his scheme gets worse and worse. Ratchet and Clank are gonna have to put a stop to it, especially after finding out Captain Quark's a false hero. Now, Planet Hoven, an ice planet.
That must be the ship that will transport the bomb.
You think? Great work, Detective.
So we need to find a way to get up there.
Double tap the R1 button to activate Hoven, and hold the L2 or R2 button to strafe from side to side.
So this is the early version of strafing. It's okay. It's not like a great function in this game. It gets really worked upon in the sequels. Now, we got a cool new device sitting here, the drone device. Surround yourself with a screen of point defense bots. Let's bide our time for now. Let's wait until we can get the Persuader, and then we can get discounts on Gadgetron stuff. Hopefully, if the thing works, that is. Lots of enemies. Lure them over here. Gotta love the level variety in Ratchet Clank. Toxic-filled planets, lava, ice, city metropolis, sewers. For a PlayStation 2 game and the first outing in the Ratchet Clank series, they have a good variety of levels. Let's see what's beyond here. Smaller enemies. Use the Pyrocida. Exterminate them. Out of ammunition. We just earned a skill point. That seemed like quite a lot of enemies. Wonder if that's what the skill point was all about. We'll find out what skill points we unlocked when we clear the game. Okay, check this out. Gotta be quite tricky with this. A moving wall jump. And up here is a gold bolt with some nanotech and ammunition. Excellent. Devastator ammo. Lovely. The most rare kind of ammunition we've got right now. Okay. The Pyrocida is low in ammunition, so we'll use the blaster. A lot of these smaller enemies are getting strong enough to tank hits from the Pyrocida, so we need to be careful. Having a high rate of fire helps the blaster keep up even later into the game. Like how the music changes when we get to the water. Looks like it's time to use the Hydro Displacer. Let's get it in our inventory. Let's go. Take this water, put it over here. Hydro Displacer must compress all this water. It's enough to fill this entire cave. So we need water to put up here. To rise up. We need to find a faucet to drain water from. So where can we find that we haven't been? Maybe in here. We can't reach this place normally. That's exactly what we're looking for. Now we can put this water over else. Where? Let's have a look. Yeah, and I'm assuming there's a little bit up there. There'll be some water in. Alright. Even more of the stuff. Well, it's cool we can breathe underwater forever. It could be pretty useful if we were able to swim faster. Ah, a gold bolt hidden away. So, if we can fill the water up to the top, we can swim through there and get the gold bolt. Reach what we cannot reach with a jump. Let's go. Yeah, looks good. Just as well we went in that little cave. So through here we can't jump up, but we can swim our way up. There's a gold bolt hidden up here. Excellent. Gold bolt acquired. Excellent. Nice little stash of normal bolts here as well. Well, that clears that puzzle section. Let's go through this cave, see where it leads. Take the metal detector. There's some bolts around here. While I look for some spare cash, I hope you're enjoying the playthrough so far, my friends. Feel free, no pressure, leave a like, comment, or subscribe if you're really enjoying this content. As I go through this highly explosive area, I hope you're enjoying the combination of puzzles, combat, humor, and story. Ratchet Clank's a great little game, one that I'm absolutely enamored to share with you all. Good thing about these explosive barrels, they still have bolts inside of them, so they're not just obstacles for no reason. There's a reason we want to destroy them. See, these vermin-type enemies are actually more durable. They take more than a single hit to destroy, so we need to be careful. The challenge of the game is getting greater. So, I'm going to bring the Walloper with me. If any of them spring out of the ground, quick swap. The Walloper doesn't do much else except be a more powerful melee attack. But sometimes that's all you're gonna need. Plus, it helps save on ammunition, which is precious. Saves us bolts, saves us time. Oop. Don't punch an explosive barrel, that'll damage us. Explore all these little rooms for as much cash as we can get. Nice. Lots and lots of explosive crates around here. I recognize that symbol up there. Is that a Robo Shack? Let's go inside this shack, see if anyone's around that's friendly. There is someone. Let's say hi.
Hey, what's shaking?
Oh my goodness. Aren't you just a little angel?
Actually, I'm a little robot.
You're funny too.
Yeah, looks aren't everything.
You be nice. I think I got something special for you. How would you like a hydro pack upgrade?
That would be quite helpful for swimming underwater.
Whatever.
Screw what you think, Ratchet. This is going to be useful. Let's spoil Clank and treat him. The hydro pack is going to be very useful for swimming underwater, so we're getting it.
Thank you, miss. Your craftspersonship is excellent.
If you two are through...
Jealous?
You come back and see me any old time.
Your hydro pack will automatically equip when you are swimming. The hydro pack lets you swim against currents.
Well, Clank's made a friend, and Ratchet is totally not green-eyed with jealousy. Let's use this teleporter. Return to the entrance of the cave. Now, let's show you this. Watch the difference. We now have the hydro pack. Look how much quicker we can swim now. Not only can we swim very fast, but we can go against currents. meaning we can explore areas that we couldn't before. So it's absolutely worth it, especially for 2,000 bolts. 2,000 bolts is chump change at this point of the game. We're definitely going to need the hydro pack in some sections of the game to continue. Hence why this game is so well designed. It only gives you stuff when you need it as you gradually unlock. And as you explore, you find things. You always go down a path and find something. Oh, mines. They're kind of tricky to deal with. So look out for those little ventilation ducts that launch mines. Devastator to take down an attack helicopter seems appropriate. Lots of enemies, but the Walloper makes quick work of them. Watch out for any mines if they're nearby. Another attack chopper. Some nanotech. Lovely. Time for a well-timed wall jump. Like that little sound effect when you do a wall jump. Uh-oh. Okay, the blaster's pretty good at getting rid of those mines, so we'll use that. Put the Walloper, quick. There we go. Totally worth getting this thing. Swap between a ranged weapon and the Walloper, so if something catches us by surprise, we can just switch to our boxing glove. Doesn't look like you can climb up there. Hey, let me up. That's annoying. It makes you feel as if you can climb up there, but you can't. But a stretch jump, maybe. Let's see if we can pull this off. It's a risky maneuver. Come on, let me up. Yes. Nice little stash of bolts, nanotech, and ammunition. Oh, close call. Alright, continue upwards. Whoa, nearly got knocked off the ledge there. Gotta be careful. Even a single mistake can end your life. Lots of enemies in here. Let the mines do work for us instead. There's one still in here. KO. Alright, keep looking around. Another attack chopper? No, it's a background chopper.
Hang on, there's an old defense turret over there. Hey, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I sincerely doubt it.
It's a satisfying feeling in a game. When you have your own firepower, and then you get a turret, and you can obliterate things that normally would be challenging. It's time for this very conveniently placed turret. Now let's take down this destroyer. Just doing a 360, making sure nothing's attacking us from behind. These blogging attack choppers. Obliterate them. Doing damage so far. A combination of attack and defense. Take down the smaller enemies while also destroying this thing. Just a few more shots ought to do this. It's almost ready to go. There we go. An infobot. Cool.
About to embark on a very dangerous mission. We will be launching a heavily armed surprise attack from our new moon base against a completely unarmed planet. Actually, that doesn't sound too dangerous. Nevertheless, your orders are simple. Destroy anything that moves. Steal the power generators from Gorda City. Then destroy anything that doesn't move. Oh, and don't forget, have fun.
We must get to the moon base and stop Drek.
No, we have to get to the moon base to find Quark. If Drek is there, Quark is probably with him.
But Drek is going to destroy that city. We must get to the base.
That's what I said.
No, that is what I said.
Fine.
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 Fine. We got the infobot for the Gemlik moon base. That's going to be a very challenging part of the game. So, we can jump all the way from here back down to the ship. Excuse me. Sorry for that noise. Can you destroy these choppers? I wonder. Let's go down here. Wait a minute. Mines. Nice. Worth coming back for 2 Devastator rockets. So from that position we can jump down back to the ship. Okay, this is the only path we haven't gone down so far on this level. So let's see if we can find something. I remember back on planet Pokitaru. I was about to call it Planet Pokemon for a second. Planet Pokitaru. Apparently you might be able to find raritanium on this planet, which we could use to exchange for the Persuader. If we can find raritanium, it's absolutely worth getting. Especially before the Gemlik moon base, which is one of the more challenging areas of the game. So, this little bit of a run is going to be about getting some cash, and saving some cash. Hopefully at the end of here we can find some raritanium, because it's, well, rare. I like the metal detector, it's a cool gimmick. I just wish the metal detector actually gave you more bolts. You can't totally go without it, but it's still cool to get extra cash if you need it. It's a good and creative use of the analog sticks, at least. Like a game such as Ape Escape, analog stick usage is quite fun and creative when implemented right. Blaster and the Walloper. A wall jump with switches. Pyrocida, nice. Very satisfying. Swing shot target. Oh, this is going to be one of those ones. Gotta time this right. Ready, and go. Gotta be quite a daredevil there. Don't want to use the Devastator on this little guy. Nice. The Walloper coming in very handy. Swing shot time. Excellent. Climbing up quite high now, aren't we? Quite an industrialized area. It's slippery on the ground though, so gotta be careful. Don't want to slide off to our doom. Don't want to go too fast that we lose control. Luckily, the helipack makes this significantly easier. But rather than fighting on slippery ground, use the blaster to take out these enemies from afar. Lure them in. Excellent. So we need to move quick enough with these switches. 1. 2. Can do this. 3. Alright. Hey, construction worker. Let's say hi.
Spare parts, would you?
Help yourself.
These dang rocks are too tough. I keep breaking my drill.
That rock is raritanium.
Let me look at that drill.
Well, shoot my dog and call me Sally. Thanks, partner.
No problem. I suppose I could take that rock off your hands, too.
Heck, here you go.
Thanks for that, dude. We've obtained some raritanium. What a nice guy. Fixed his drill very easily. As its name implies, raritanium is rare. It's used by the blog for manufacturing ultra-destructive devices and can be found in some black market devices. Gadgetron does not support such devices. Sure, but strength is strength. Even if it's on the illegal side. Now. No, I should have came here first. A sonic summoner hut. There isn't really any enemies left to fight. No, maybe I should have came here first. Oh well. That would have been cool, though. But then it's quite a long level, so the Sonic Summoner could only partially help. I should have went in reverse order. I should have took the Sonic Summoner with me at the start. Still, that's just the way the level design worked out, I guess. Good to say hi to a sand mouse buddy. Okay, here's the plan. We've only got one level left before this video comes to an end. I like to end every episode of Ratchet & Clank ASMR with something dramatic and climatic, like a boss battle or significant story event. Or when I get to ridiculous length times in my videos, like 3 hours for talking's sake, of which we are getting very close to. Thank you so much for making it this far if you've been watching. You're absolutely the best. Now, here's the battle plan. We're gonna fly back, not to Planet Pokemon, but Planet Pokitaru. We're going to exchange this raritanium we just found. Hopefully, for the, well, not the Gadgetron, it's not a licensed product. We can swap it for the Persuader. And that's gonna be key to what we're gonna do. Now, the good thing about Ratchet & Clank, once you've visited an area, they give you a shortcut to get back there. So this little teleporter appears. Now this takes you to the sewers at the start. But now we can see this guy and trade the raritanium for the Persuader. Let's do it. Seems like a cool gimmick, cool idea. Let's get it.
You will bring me more raritanium.
You can't be serious.
Well, I tried.
The Persuader is an illegal black market device that tricks Gadgetron vendors into giving big discounts on all items. We at Gadgetron trust you not to take advantage of this unsupported product.
How nice of the help desk girl. So, on Ratchet's chest is the Persuader. This allows us to go to the Gadgetron vendor and persuade some discounts. The Persuader is a black market device outlawed on most planets and for good reason. It uses illegal technology to warp minds. We Gadgetron do not support this device since our vendors are vulnerable to its power. The Persuader is powered by raritanium, and when you find it, it's equipped permanently. So, this is why I've been holding back on buying any gadgets, even though quite a few have appeared. Because now that we have the Persuader, items will now have a significant discount. Check this out.
I got some great bargains for you today. That's a real beauty.
So, the drone device goes from 7,500 bolts to 5,000. The Visibomb gun gets 5,000 bolts slashed off it, and the decoy glove gets 2,500 slashed off. Add up all that money we can save. So that's 2,500. 75. Yeah, you're gonna save over 10,000 bolts just right out of the gate. This also allows us to buy things just pretty much forever at a discount. So that's a cool idea, isn't it? Now, it's time for the Gemlik base on planet Oltanis, the orbit. One of the more challenging sections of the game. And a fitting way to close this video. Let's go to the Gemlik moon base in Ratchet & Clank ASMR. Let's blast off to the final section of this adventure, my friends. So, on the Gemlik base orbiting planet Oltanis, we might find Chairman Drek or Captain Quark. There's a single gold bolt in this area. Let's blast off to the next challenge and the culmination of this video.
By your shiny new shuttle. Terrific idea.
Oh, you really are an idiot.
What?
You were to take that shuttle to the moon base and ambush those two miscreants when they arrive.
Oh, yes. Who are they again?
Those two!
Oh, of course. There is just one problem. I'm,
Too washed up for ground combat? True. That is why I will be loading you my starfighter. You can still fly, can't you? It's settled then. You will acquire the starfighter once you get to the moon. Screw this up, and the endorsement deal is off!
But that would ruin me! You wouldn't.
Try me.
There's the man we borrowed this ship from, Captain Quark. We're not quite gonna find Drek, but we'll find Quark, which Ratchet is more concerned with anyways. Luckily, thanks to our O2 mask, we can enter the atmosphere.
Who knows where Quark is now?
So look around.
We're gonna catch those two? We need a faster ship.
Perhaps this space station will supply the ship we need.
Well, we're here. Let's go check it out.
This is a big level, with lots of challenges to deal with. It's got a really cool soundtrack though. First of all,
That's a real beauty.
now, it's time to use the Gadgetron Persuader. Take advantage of some discounts. we've purchased the drone device. This was originally going to be, in the game, the drone glove, and they just opted to call it the drone device. This is an extremely useful gadget. These little friends just circle around me, kind of like a force field from Sonic the Hedgehog, and acting quite similar. Thanks, Help Desco. So, as I was saying, the drone device acts as a shield. It's not completely impenetrable, but it ups the chance that you won't take damage from stuff, and all the protection you need can be very useful. After all, any kind of shield is useful. Any defense is better than no defense. So, these control towers need to be destroyed. Luckily, we have the Devastator, which we purchased on planet Batalia anyways. We'll get the Visibomb gun at some point, but for now, the Devastator makes short work of the control tower. Funny noise. The game's gonna get quite challenging from here. Bomb glove time. We will get the Visibomb glove at some point later down the line. I've got a particular planet in mind I think I'd like to use it on. But that's why we got the Gadgetron, the completely legal Persuader. It gave us a discount, saving us 2,500 bolts, which can be used to buy other goodies. One more control tower has went down. I like this level, it's hard to describe. There's a feeling of tension in this level, like we're building up to something. Turret taken down. Need to use the Gadgetron Trespasser, so we will swap that. Okay, let's go. This should be relatively simple, hopefully. Not as many blocks in the way of the locks. There we go. Master of Unlocking. There's a turret there, so let's keep our shield there. Bomb glove and blaster. 2 reliables. The drone device becoming very useful immediately as soon as we get it. Any health we get is precious. Trespasser number 2. Hack the lock. Tweak this a little bit. I think we got it. Almost. This will take me a second to hack the lock. One more. If that's blocked, I need to twist this around. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. Got this. Another turret. One more drone device. Limited ammunition, but hey, if it saves your life, it's totally worth it. After all, being able to run right in front of a turret, it's a pretty good defense. Any other game running in front of a turret is just instant death. Exploring around here, getting bolts along the way. It's not just about using your weapons and gadgets, it's about using them at the right moment. You have to consider carefully the application of your tools. Need to use a Devastator. Launch. Boom. Bloggian ship. Luckily they're homing missiles, so I didn't have to aim too much. Now, let's get this nanotech before we do anything else. Luckily we got that nanotech upgrade from planet Orxon, so the game was rewarding us for deciding to explore. 2 battleships this time, but they're much less aggressive. I don't like the look of this situation. Nope, I'm not going to risk it. Right. If you bear with me for a moment, we're gonna have to backtrack a little bit. I'll make this as quick as I can. There's 2 Bloggian fighters sitting there. Oh, we got some nanotech as well. Oh well. Nice. We're not taking on 2... Oh, more ammunition. It was worth going backwards then, I guess. You see, even though Gadgetron Devastator ammo is quite expensive, if there's ever an enemy I'm going to use it on, it's something I either can't reach or something that needs to be destroyed quickly. So, we have to go all the way back to the vendor. A little bit annoying, but hey, could be a lot worse. We'll go back to the vendor and get the Devastator ammo. Maybe I'll buy some ammunition for the drone device as well. 2 of the most useful gadgets I can get my hands on. Grab some cash so we can afford this ammunition.
I got some great bargains for you today.
Buy some blaster ammunition. Pretty cheap. Devastator ammo in comparison, expensive. Okay, let's get back to where we were. Hope you're enjoying the adventure so far, my friends. We're almost at the 3-hour mark. I know this format isn't to everyone's taste, but some people like it. Being able to watch the series in predominant segments. Areas where, okay, this significant event happens, then on to the next one. It really gives you an idea of the length of a game. So I hope you're enjoying Ratchet & Clank ASMR. At the rate we're going at right now, it won't be long till we reach the end. We'll have to find out, won't we? Now, we've got the Devastator and 20 rockets this time. So these enemies are going down. One more. Takes 2 rockets to destroy those things. There's also explosive items around here. Cause a little bit of a chain reaction. Careful not to get caught in the crossfire. An opportunity to get some bolts. We've got bolts, we've got nanotech. We're doing well so far. This is quite the large level. A good one to end this video on. Perhaps at the end of this base, we'll discover Captain Quark. Enemies that are flying. Trying to be quite conservative with my ammunition. It's a funny noise. Bah. Okay, let's keep going. Careful platforming here. Don't want to be standing on it when this goo reappears. Don't want to step into a pile of goo, you know what I'm saying? Devastator ammo. Lovely. The bomb glove. Still keeping up this late into the game. Such a good gadget. Love the bomb glove. Magna boots. Have to be quite careful here. Careful maneuvering. Back to normality. Explosive area. Bomb glove. Used to our advantage. Destroy that so we get something to land on if we do a stretch jump. Nice. You get a running start at this. Ready? Go. The size of this base. Something useful's gotta be here. I mean, think about the last time we were in one of Drak's facilities. We were on the Blog Tactical Station and we found lots of gadgets and useful things. Perhaps this area will be no different. Blast away at our enemies. A vendor. Very useful timing.
Got some great bargains for you today.
Can we jump up here? I don't remember if we can or not. Let's get some drone device ammo. The game makes it feel as if you can climb up here, but you can't. Wonder who thought a gold bolt was up there or something. There is one in this stage, just need to go find it. Control tower needs to be destroyed. Must be a different way to access this control tower than usual. Okay, let's use some lateral thinking. Where can we see the control tower? We can see it from here, but where can we reach with the rocket? It's not in this area, so let's have a look around. Control tower's behind us. See if anything leads to it. There we go. Big open gap. Launch. Control tower's blasting off at the speed of light. And now let's get ready to fight. Meowth, that's right. Drone device coming in very useful. Tanking some hits for us. Thank you, my friends. Very hazardous and dangerous zone. Ooh. Metal detector. Well, we're walking on metal for a start. But let's just go with the flow here. Notice how the game still calls the drone device the drone glove. That must have been left in by accident. Now, let's use the trespasser. Break into here. We don't have to break into here, but it's pretty much a good idea. This will allow us to get access to the turrets and destroy them, so we can pass safely. Okay, I think I got this. Just bear with me for a moment. Rotate. Okay, that's blocking the way, so we need to move this top one. Nice. Let's eliminate these turrets. Bomb glove. Can use the wrench instead. Nice. 3 turrets eliminated. Also, the metal detector's going crazy in here, so there must be a lot of hidden bolts. Who knows when we can make use of these bolts. We've got the Visibomb gun and the decoy glove sitting on standby. Those weapons will get their time to shine at some point. Smaller enemies in a group. Wait for them to land and use the Pyrocida. Works pretty well. Bombs away. 2 Bloggian fighters out of nowhere. Wasn't expecting that. Quite cheap of them to do that to us. Just roll back a door and there's 2 fighters. Well, they're not going to fight fair, I'm not going to fight fair. I'm moving out of range and I'm going to wipe them right out. Don't take these threats lightly. Even more bolts to grab. That's where we started from. Ship's still over there. Got through quite a lot of this base. Wonder what's left ahead. Blaster and Devastator ammo. Lovely. More turrets. Whoa. Drone device really saving our skin there. guess if those turrets are there. How do we get in? See if there's any kind of opening. Ah, I like this. Time for a stealth attack. Openings against the turrets. One more. Critical weakness. Take advantage. So those turrets are neutralized. Very large stage to explore. Now we're in the Magna Boot section. Luckily, the game automatically equips all the gadgets you need to explore these areas. Upside down. Oh, there's a lot of enemies here. Better be careful. Lots of smaller enemies. Let's think. Nothing but smaller enemies. But they all get in melee range. Okay, let's use the Glove of Doom. Game's trying to throw every challenge it can at us. But it's not going to stop us. Get rid of these first, because these spawn more enemies. Also, they're fully embracing friendly fire, while I'm embracing enemy fire. These guys are launching their flamethrowers and hurting their own friends, and I'm just hitting all of my enemies. Destroy these machines, which will keep spawning enemies until you get rid of them. Nanotech. Excellent. Can't lay traps because they keep leaving these shockwaves underneath. What gadget will I use to take them out? I'll try it out anyways. Try and use a mine. Still use the mines to a degree. Just not when there's so many of them there. Bomb glove doing well. Excellent, the door opens. So many opponents to take down. Keep continuing onwards. Must be closing into the end of this stage. Let's keep looking. We might find someone.
Come and get me, hero.
Perhaps we could obtain a ship in there.
Great idea. Let's go.
A Balagian ship. So we can use one of these Balagian fighters against Drek's starship. It's time to take down Captain Quark once and for all. He's quite aggressive with these missiles, isn't he? Need to chase him down. Lots of mines. The mines come at you rather quickly. Unless you're already going guns blazing. Not a lot of time to maneuver away. Defense. Shoot down these missiles. Lock on. Strike. Smaller fighters. Need to take them down. Otherwise we can't concentrate on Quark. We need some expert piloting to get rid of these. Health. Excellent. Excellent. Rockets. Definitely worth taking down these minions. They'll drop health and ammunition. More health. Take them down one by one. If we can stay to the side, we can perhaps avoid the mines. Damn it, that tractor beam pulled us away from the free health upgrade. Defend. Constant machine gun fire. Doesn't do much damage, but it's accurate. Now he's making him run for it. Come on, we can nail Captain Quark. Keep chasing him down. Let's go desperado. Let's just go in with reckless abandon. Screw the mines, just shoot down Captain Quark. I think that's what Ratchet would do anyways. He's obsessed with revenge. Let's give him what he wants. Almost got them. Let's have a Quarktastic day.
Yes! Quark is history!
Despite my earlier criticism, I must admit, your piloting skills are improving.
I knew you'd come around.
But that has not helped us locate Drek.
Come on, Clank. Can't you just once relax and enjoy a little success? Hey, you want to catch Drek? Betcha this baby can do it.
This is Darla Gratch reporting live from Gorda City. This once peaceful planet is being torn apart today in an unprovoked attack. It now seems certain that Supreme Executive Chairman Drek will not be dissuaded in his efforts to destroy the galaxy for his own selfish needs. All hope certainly seems lost.
Darla Gratch, Channel 2 News.
Yes, I know. It is worse than I expected, too.
Look, maybe you were right. This is a lot bigger than you or me. I was really selfish focusing on Quark.
It is not too late to stop Drek.
Hey, yeah! We've got this new ship. Let's go get him.
Now you are talking.
Infobot for planet Oltanis acquired. Ratchet saw the error of his ways, and he's apologized to Clank for being so selfish. Now this is normally where we get to the end of the video, but I got a few things to cover. 1. Look at the dynamic between Ratchet and Clank. Now they've went from being mere allies to friends. The first step of that, though, is Ratchet going through character development. He has to realize there's things beyond just getting revenge on Captain Quark. So, now they're finally allied and united again, as friends. Now, I'm gonna look around here and grab as many bolts with a metal detector as I can. Captain Quark went down. And as our reward, we got a brand new spaceship, the fastest one in the game. Pretty cool ship, isn't it? Get more and more and more bolts. Even more bolts in the metal detector. Let's hop into our new ship. Cool, isn't it? Wait a moment. Okay, let's go for a spin in our brand new shiny spaceship. Gorda City ruins, Oltanis. City under attack by Chairman Drek's forces. United, Ratchet and Clank will take them down. Find out in the next episode of Ratchet and Clank ASMR. However, I'm not finished yet. I'm gonna show you one last thing. Using my powers of manipulating time and space, I've came back here from the original starting point. So I want to show you something. We've managed to respawn a bunch of boxes in this area. Here's something a lot of players might not have noticed playing Ratchet and Clank. It's a very useful feature if you want to play a certain style. Now, this is the airfield where we got our ship originally. Now look up in this communications tower. It's a very long stretch, but check this out. There's a gap here. A very long gap, but one nonetheless, where you can do a wall jump. Now check this out. This is extremely well hidden. Jump up here. Now this is a secret worth sharing with you all, my friends. Have a look. This is a room which sells gold variants of existing weapons we already have. Gold variants are significantly more powerful than their regular counterparts. So, buy the gold bomb glove for 20,000 bolts and 4 gold bolts. You need 30,000 bolts and 4 gold bolts for the gold pyrocitor. 20,000 bolts and 4 gold bolts for the golden blaster. 10,000 bolts and 4 gold bolts for the gold glove of doom. And the gold suck cannon for 10,000 bolts and 4 gold bolts. So, all the gold bolts we've been grabbing all throughout these levels are meant to be purchased for the end of the game. After you beat the game, you get access to many gold variants of your existing weapons. But you can actually access a few of them before you complete the game, if you've got the gold and regular bolts to make up for it. So if we wanted, we could buy a golden blaster right now. I don't know. We'll see. I think we'll stick to normal variants of weapons for now. But the time will come where eventually enemies will get so tough, we have to resort to the secret hidden weaponry that is gold weapons. Until then, this video shall draw to a close. Thank you very much for watching Ratchet & Clank ASMR.